Okay, I got my foundation drawn. Now I'm going to show you guys how to draw a floor system. And to do that, I'm going to select the R tool for rectangle. Okay, I'm going to do a 12-foot comma. Let me do, I'm going to go with 2 by 8. So a normal 2 by 8 is actually 7.25 and 1.5. So I'm going to go 12 foot, 7.25, and you can see that snapped a little. I don't know how well you can see it. Now I'm going to hit my push-pull tool, go up. I go up large. I actually went up almost 2 foot, but I just drag it up and then I just hit 1.5. That snaps it down for me. You zoom in so you guys can see it. Now I got my 2 by 12, I'm sorry, 2 by 8 drawn here. Now I'm going to hit the space bar to select it. I'm going to triple click it. I'm going to make that a component. And if you want to, you can name them and describe them and, you know, save them and whatnot for later on, but I don't need to do that. I just hit create and I'm done. I'm going to use that and I'm going to select the paint bucket. Come up to, come down to wood, and I like this color here, so I'm going to make it look like that. So I got a 2 by 8 right there. Okay, now since I just drew this and I'm going to make the exact same one, what you do is I hit space bar, arrow comes up, click on it. Now I hit the M button for move, or you can just come up here to move, but the shortcut is M. See, what I do is I grab it at the corner here. You select the corner and you'll see a little dot, purple dot. Then you click on it with your mouse, and as you start to drag it, what I do is I hit the control button and it makes a copy of it. So now I just put it there. See how that worked? Now same thing, I'm going to hit the space bar. I'm going to select that one. I'm going to hit control. I'm going to select that one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit with my wheel of my, the wheel on your mouse, you can zoom in and out, or you can come up here and hit that to zoom in and out. But anyway, I have both of my 2 by 8s selected. I'm going to hit the M button for move, and I'm going to go to that bottom corner, click on that, and as I move it, I'm going to hit the control button to make a copy. Then I'm going to go over here, and if you want to snap it to that corner, you'll see, I don't know if you can see the dot up here, but a little purple dot appears and you can snap it on that corner, and then you just let go. And I just quickly drew 2 by 8. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to turn sideways. I'm going to use the wheel and zoom in, hit spacebar, hit the rectangle. I'm going to go up to the corner of this 2 by 8. I'm going to make a little rectangle, and it's the dimensions here are saying 1.5 comma 6.78, so I want to change that 678, so I'm going to hit comma, then 7.25, enter. It snaps to that dimension. Now I'm going to use the push pull, just come out a little bit like that, let go of the mouse, and then I'm going to hit the dimension I want it to be. Let's go, actually, I don't know how long that is, so I'm going to zoom out. Let me show you an easy way to do it. Let me undo that. I'm going to go to edit. Well, actually, I'm just going to hit Alt backspace and delete that. I'm going to hit the push pull tool. I'm going to grab that push pull and drag it, and just going to make it go on. If you just hover your mouse over this edge, it'll snap to that edge, and draw it. Triple click this, make component, create, paint bucket, wood, click on it. Okay, now I have it. That's an easy way to do it. Now I'm going to come up here, it's highlighted still, so I'm going to select my M tool, go to the corner here, drag it. I'm going to hit the control button to copy it. I'm just going to snap it over to this corner here, and I'm going to look at it and make sure it went where I wanted it to. So I use the orbit tool and look on the other side. Now I'm going to use the wheel to zoom in, and it snapped there perfect. So okay, got that simple little boards laid out on top of my foundation. Now this time I'm not going to do a regular, I could just do like a 2x12 or something, but I'm actually going to show you guys how to draw some trusses. I'm going to try that. Alright, rectangle tool. I'm going to draw a 2x4, a bottom plate right here. I'm actually going to build a truss right here. Let me go 3.5 comma 16 foot. Oops, let me do it 16 foot comma 3.5. Draw it that way. Okay, now I got my 2x4 laid out here. You get over here where you guys can see it. Zoom in. I'm going to hit the P tool, push pull, go up 1.5. Now I'm going to make this a component. Triple click, right click, make component, create. I'm going to make that look like a wood, piece of wood. Okay, 2x4 by 16 laying here. Pan over so you can see it. It's a long piece of wood. I'm going to zoom into this corner here. Just wheeled in with the mouse. I'm going to hit the R button for rectangle. Okay, I'm going to use the T tool. And I'm going to zoom over 1.5. I'm going to leave a space for a vertical 2x4 here. So I used a guide to go over 1.5 inches. I'm going to use the R tool for rectangle. I'm going to snap a line on this corner. I'm just going to make a big rectangle. First one's going to be 1.5. It'll snap. I'm going to hit the P button. I'm going to make this truss 1 foot tall. So I'm going to have a bottom chord and a top chord. So that'll be 3 inches. So then my vertical here will be, space will be 9 inches. So I'm going to hit P for my push pull tool. I'm going to hit that, hit 9, snap that, and hit the space bar. I'm going to triple click, right click, make component, create. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to go ahead and delete that guide. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to select the bottom one. I'm going to hit M. I'm going to select the corner and pull up. As I'm pulling, I'm going to hit Control, let go, then I'm going to type in the distance I want it to move, which is 10.5. Snap it up here. Okay, now this spot here, I left an opening, so I'm going to zoom around. Orbit around to look. Now I'm going to pan, so I hit H. Let me go ahead and zoom. That's enough. I'm just trying to get to this corner. This dot and that dot. I'm going to hit rectangle. Actually, I want a vertical piece here to go up, but I want to leave a gap for a 2x4 to fit in here, so I can tie all my trusses together. So I'm going to hit T for. I'm going to go down. I'm going to hit 3.5 and make it snap to 3.5. I'm going to use the R, hit R for rectangle, come here. Once I see the gray, hit P for push pull tool, drag this up. I'm just going to come over here to this line, and it'll snap to that line. and I'm going to leave that space for a 2x4 to go across. Okay. These are all done, so I'm gonna make a component for that one. That one already is a component. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna, instead of redrawing this stuff, I don't need that line anymore, so I'm gonna delete my guide. Gonna select this one, hit my M tool, grab this lower corner here. Let me make it where you guys can see it, zoom in a little bit. Okay, I just highlighted that, I hit the M, I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna click it and drag it. And I'm gonna hit the control button to draw a copy. I'm just gonna drag on down to the other end. Now I'm gonna see that little blue. I'm gonna snap it on that corner. Okay. Now I'm gonna hit the space bar. I'm gonna select that one. Oops, select that one. Hit M. Drag it. Control. While you're holding that down, you can wheel in with your mouse, and I'm gonna snap it right there on that corner. Okay. Now, I'm just going to beef this up a little bit, so I'm going to select that one, hit the M tool, grab the corner, move it, hit Control, snap that there. Okay. And I'm going to go over here, select that, hit M, drag it, copy, paste. Okay, I got my basic part drawn. Now I'm going to start drawing the webs, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to zoom in here. What I do is, what I start out with is I come up to this tools, and I go down to protractor. Protractor doesn't have a quick key, but what I do, I come here right on the center point, and you just click it, come out here and just pull down, then type in the angle you want, which I want 45, so I type it in and it snaps. I'm making mine 45 degree. Okay, now what I do is I hit T. I want my 2x4 to be 1.5 inches wide, so off the center line I need to draw a line that's 1/2 inches, which is 3/4 inch and 3/4 inch. So I just grab this and I just drag it to here so that it's parallel. And I just type in 0.75 and it snaps it. Go here, just come on over 3/4, and I'm gonna hit 1.5 and it snaps it. So now I have my lines I need. I have this one here, but this one I need to add one more here. Okay. Alright, now I'm ready to draw this. So I hit my L tool for line tool. Just start here in the corner, snap over. Let me zoom in. Snap over, come down here, snap, 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 snap. When it highlights, that means you went all the way around and you have a piece. So now I'm going to delete those guides. I'm going to use my push-pull tool. I'm just going to go back. I can either type in 3.5 or I can just come back and go to here, and it'll snap it to that. I find that way easy, but it's just as easy to, there's a lot of ways to do it. Okay, so that's my web. I'm going to select it, triple click, make a component, create. Okay, so now from here on out, you're going to use the you're going to hit Q, and I can't remember what that tool is called. What is it? It's called rotate. There's Q there. It says rotate. But after I make this a component, I hit Q, and I just come in here. I go to this corner, click it, go to that corner, click it. Now I can rotate it. As it's rotating, I hit the control button and it makes a copy. And I snap it, and you can see I just moved it, and it says right here 90 degrees. Of course, if you overgo like that, that says 135, you can just type in 90 and it snaps it. Okay, come over here, do the same thing. Go to this corner. You don't want it to be that way, because if it's blue, it's turning this way. You want it to be green, where it's, so you gotta make sure it's green. Otherwise you'll rotate it the other way. There, there. And hit control. You can see that's 270 degrees. Snap it. I mean, just click it on your mouse, I mean. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw one more of these. Hit Q. Make sure it's green, because if it's blue, it'll rotate the other direction. Click. As it's rotating, hit control, make a copy. It's going 90 degrees, so click. Okay. Now, I've got a couple of these made. So now what I'm going to do is use my select tool, hit, hold down control. Okay. I'm going to zoom in. I got these all highlighted. I'm going to hit the move tool. I'm just going to come in here, grab this corner right here, and I'm going to hit control, and it made a copy. I'm just going to drag it down here. Come up here to this corner, and it'll snap it right there. Okay, now I just make a couple. Hit the move tool, come here, click on it, drag it. As I'm dragging it, hit control. Okay. I'm going to go copy these ones and do the same thing. Space bar, hold down the control button to select a few. I'm going to click on this corner, start moving it, hit control to make a copy. Now snap it to that point. And now I'm just going to make two little V's. I'm going to select that one, do the same thing. Move, hit control, snap. I'm going to hit the M button. Move it, hit control. Okay. Just to count them, I think I got, about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have 10 here and 10 here. I want to make this part in the center be, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to delete it. I'm going to click on that and delete it. Let me see how much space I got here. I'm going to measure that, hit T, so I got, that's 1 foot 9 inches. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to use this. I'm going to click on click on one of these vertical ones here, hit move, and drag it over, hit control, do that, make that come there, hit move again, drag it, hit control, make a copy. I'm going to measure this again. It's 1.1 foot 6 inches, so that's 18 inches in there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna double this up. I'm gonna hit M. Gonna highlight that, move it, hit control, do that. I'm gonna move it again, hit control. Okay. Alright, so there's my truss. Okay. It took a while to draw that thing, but got it drawn. And now I'm going to make this a group. I'm going to turn this around, orbit tool. I'm going to hit the select button, come over here. I'm just going to click and select it all so I can highlight everything. Right click, I'm going to make group. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to color it. So, okay. So there you go. There's my truss right there. Now, I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to hit the space bar, going to select it. Going to hit the move tool, go to this corner, move it. I'm going to snap it, make a copy, and I just drag it up there. Okay. Now I want to make copies of these. The easiest way to do it, I think, is to hit the M tool for move. I'm going to go to the midpoint. First, let me go to this edge. I'm going to draw over. I'm going to hit T for tape measure. Go to this edge, and I'm going to snap 24 inches. Now I want this to be 24 inches on center, so I'm going to go to this is still highlighted. I'm going to hit the move tool. I'm going to go to the center of this truss, and it usually will tell you midpoint. So I click on the midpoint. I'm going to drag it, hit control, snap it to there. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure I'm 24 inches on center. I'm going to click that and measure, which I am, 2 foot on center. That's 2 foot. Now I'm going to select this one, hit the O for orbit. Now from here on out, I want all my trusses to be 2 foot on center. So watch this. I'm just going to copy all this, and I'm going to hit the M button, select that, hit control. I'm just going to move it a little bit. Now I'm going to type in 24. I want it to go 24 inches. Now I'm going to make copies of that. I want to make several copies, so now I'm going to hit the X button. That means times how many times I want to copy that in that same pattern. So I'm going to hit what is that? Let me do 12, X12. Then I hit enter. And that should have made copies, which it did. See, that's a little cool little trick. Oh, made too many. So this one I just click and delete. Now this one, select it and just move it over here. There we go. Now, as you can see, everything is 24 inch on center. T from here, from this edge to the center is, well, that's all right. There we go. Yeah, 2 foot. See how that's 2 foot to the center of that from the edge. Now from the center there, every center is 2. That'll be 4 foot. 4 foot to the center. Okay. I just quickly built all those trusses. Okay, now let me show you what I wanted this. See how I'm going to come here, hit R, draw a rectangle here. I'm going to use the push-pull tool, hit P, go out a little bit, and I'm going to hit 24 foot. I'm going to hit space bar, going to triple click that, make component, create, then I'm going to hit move, grab the corner, hit control, going to drag this over here. Okay. That's what I was using that opening for, so I have something to tie all my trusses to. Hold control. Okay, I got my floor trusses in place. Now I'm going to lay down the subfloor real quick. Let me show you how I do that. I just hit R for rectangle. I go down to this corner. I just make a little dimension. Let it. You don't have to click or anything. You just let it hover. Put it somewhere. Now I'm going to type in 4 foot, comma 8 foot. Enter. Well, I did it. That's not the way I want it to go. So I'm going to hit 8 foot, comma 4 foot. Snap it that way. Going to hit P for push pull. Going to click on that, go up, whatever. That's way too far, but I'm just going to type in 0.75 for 3/4. Going to hit my space bar, and I'm going to triple click that, make component. Now I'm going to go up here to my paint bucket, select the OSB look, make that it look like OSB. See? Now when I click on that, I got an OSB panel. Okay, so what I want to do here is click it, you hit M from a move tool, go to this corner, drag it, hit control, snap it over there. And you can see that's drew 2 sheets of plywood. Now I want to get in, I want to zoom into this little corner here. Use an orbit tool, like maybe the pan tool. Okay, I'm going to select the rectangle. Let me orbit a little bit. Select the rectangle. I'm trying to get in this corner edge here. And I'm going to come over here and snap it. Now, I want this panel to be 4 foot by 4 foot. This is like, right now it's like 1 foot something by 2 foot something. But I'm going to hit 4, comma, 4 foot, enter, it snaps. Now I want to hit P for push pull. Drag it up. Now I'm just going to, I could type in 3/4, or I could just drag it over here to this side where it'll snap to this plane. So I'll do that. Gonna hit space, triple click, make component, create, paint bucket. You can also hit P for paint bucket, I think. No, I'm sorry, not P. B is paint bucket. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to drag that. I want to make a copy of this one and drag it here. So I'm going to select that, hit move, go to the end point, drag it, hit control, and just snap it there. Now I want to select that one. Let me pan over a little bit, come over here to this corner, zoom in, hit, select it, Start dragging it, hit control. And if you check your length down here, it says you moved 12 foot, which should be 12 foot. Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to use that same technique to copy. I'm going to hit spacebar. I'm going to highlight that one, hit control, highlight that one, that one, that one, that one. Pan over here, hit M for move. I'm going to drag it, hit control, and it should have moved 8 foot, which it did. And just do ×2, and it drew the rest of them. Okay. I don't need this guide line anymore. I could have deleted it a long time ago, but I'm going to go to Edit, Delete Guides, and as you guys can see, that's a floor system. Pretty simple.